Hey guys, this is Zach at One Line Coffee. Today we wanted to talk to you about our featured coffee for April. This is our newly released Sumatra Solok Radjo. I thought we'd just brew a little bit and talk about Sumatra and this cooperative. So Sumatra is a really large island. It's bigger than Texas and Florida combined. In addition to that, it has the largest cumulative rainfall in all coffee producing countries. There's actually a collapsed volcano or a caldera in the center of Sumatra called Lake Toba. This lake is so big, there's an island in the center that's bigger than the country of Singapore. It's because of this lake that Sumatra gets so much rainfall. And because it's so big, often coffee farmers have to travel 375 miles or 20 to 24 hours worth just to get to the country's single government authorized export area. And because of this, a lot of the farmers will turn to a really common processing method there called wet hauling. So wet hauling is where the coffee cherries are picked, but they're dropped down to a moisture content between 30 or 50% before they get milled. This high moisture content in the coffee cherries during their transport kind of lends itself to a lot of the flavors we see in traditional Sumatrans, which can be very earthy or very musty. Let's get brewing here while we're talking. Alright, so we brewed a batch of this Solok Radjo. Let's talk a little bit about what they're doing that might be a little different from the rest of Sumatra. So, although Solok Radjo does produce wet-hauled coffees, they work with 500 farmers in the local area, but they have 8 collecting stations. This reduces the distance that farmers have to travel after they've picked their cherries and gotten the parchment moisture content down. Solok Radjo can collect these and bring them to their location where they can further drop that moisture content down to a more traditional 10 to 12% before this coffee gets milled. So this particular lot is a fully washed coffee. So we offer lots of washed coffees, but they're really hard to find in Sumatra. But because this coffee is fully washed, unlike a lot of Sumatrans we find, we're able to see a ton of clarity in this coffee and really pull some interesting notes that not only have we not seen in a lot of coffees we've been trying, but especially from Sumatra. So a really interesting profile here. We have notes of cola, aloe, cucumber, green grape. Yeah, I mean, this is just a really interesting coffee. But not only does Solok Radjo do some amazing work with their co-op members and with processing honeys, washed coffees, wet-hauled coffees, they also do some really interesting ecology work. They're working in the surrounding area right now to reforest an area that was cut down from illegal logging. This isn't important just for bringing trees back, but it actually is the habitat for 40% of the world's remaining wild tigers. So they just do a lot of great work. They do an amazing job with their coffee. They're a great part of a great member of their community, and we're really happy to support them, and we're really excited for this to be the featured coffee for the month of April. So hopefully you guys try it, enjoy it as much as we do, and we're really excited to share more about our coffees with you in the future. Thanks, and stay caffeinated.